on EA Sports.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. An early tough test on the opening. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Richardson winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Lions will take over. So good starting field position for him here as they end at their 35-yard line. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Simpson. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
And they'll use him out of the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And some room to run now. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. 54 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. 5 yards from the end zone, first and goal. Back to throw. Simpson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
On second down, Swift. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down. Looking to throw. Simpson. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. Fourth down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Austin Seibert on for the field goal. A 22-yard attempt.
Seibert's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Simpson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They find themselves down here after an interception on their opening drive led to a field goal. But all in all, you'd have to say fortunate to be only down 6.
Yeah, and you know how teams huddle on the sideline before they come out on the field in between series? Guaranteed what's said there is, guess what, guys? We take this ball, move it downfield, put it in the end zone, we're right back to even.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Looking to throw. Richardson. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
They go play action here on first down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Romeo Okwara. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now we'll throw here to his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 25 yards there on the catch and run. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Here's Richardson throwing on first down, escaping the pressure right. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Richardson, and that is incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. Open man is Samuel, complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to have his Gibson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington Washington has tied the ball game with the extra point still to come. Hopkins with the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And Ballantyne going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used, elixir, right?
Old school.
Old school. I love that because you don't want to put too much pressure on your defense as well, all right? If you're kicking field goals, that's great, but your defense has to keep going out there and holding the other team. You're not giving them any cushion to work with, and that gets tougher and tougher as the game goes along. Put the ball in the end zone and get sixes. That's the ambrosia that they're looking for.
Ambrosia and trying to erase this deficit. Off play action. Simpson. Flushed out right. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
A great job there, and that old cliche, taking what the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this one is incomplete.
After the success they had on the second play of the drive, I think they were trying to recreate it with that pass, weren't they?
Yeah, they were trying to go a little tic-tac-toe, 3 plays and in the end zone.
I like that. Can I just put the X in the middle to block as the defense just did there?
Sure. Here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Simpson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays, but you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
Ballantyne opting not to return it, and his guys will have it at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. So
this quick pass complete to Sutton. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Simpson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you the traffic coming up at halftime. We'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing on first down. Simpson. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Now Richardson operating from the gun. Flush to his right. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Romeo Okwara picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Now from the 7, here's second and goal. Off play action. Richardson. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, his first touchdown on the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is up to 15 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And Ballantyne going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Off the bootleg. Simpson. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Montez Sweat. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Simpson. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. right, Coach. Thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Valentine opting not to return it, and his guys will have it at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Simpson being chased out left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
We got 4.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. Powering his way forward, and he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Here's Swift. A nice little juke. He wanted that end zone. Powerful running, but he couldn't quite get there.
And that's going to really make him upset. And right now, there's no way he's letting a coach take him out of the game. He's going to want the ball again, so he actually does get into the end zone, hopefully on his next carry.
2nd and goal from the 1. Off play action. Simpson looking for Hockenson, and he's got him. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. They'll look to run for it with Williams. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit.
Lions 14. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll go again with Gibson. 42 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Richardson now. Off play action. Taking a shot for Samuel. And this is caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Wow. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And Ballantyne going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. That leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Simpson. Eluding. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Jonathan Allen in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Toss on the return, and it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that...
It got his man complete. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Washington. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
From his end zone, it's Corey Ballantyne. And in hindsight, probably should have taken 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Montez Sweat. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Second and 16. A handoff, Swift running to the left. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Simpson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. He's got a man. Complete. Past the 20. And in for the Lions touchdown. Cortland Sutton. An even 90 yards. And the Lions are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Makes this Washington 35, Lions 21. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Washington will take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. But they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Before they can snap it, time runs out on this third quarter of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. From the gun, Richardson. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. To throw is Richardson. Off the play fake. Escaping the pressure right. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Off the play fake, Richardson. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
Even with the big lead here in the fourth, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From his end zone, it's Corey Ballantyne. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Back to throw. Simpson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. That's into the hands of Khalif Raymond. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown! Cortland Sutton, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll just take a seat. The drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Second and 10. Off-play action. Richardson winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
Richardson, off-play action. Taking a shot for Samuel. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 30. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
On 1st and 10, Simpson. And that's out to the flat for Swift. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackle. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Off the play fake, Simpson. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And got his man complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He's got Mason complete. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Well, they certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Here's a handoff to Swift running left. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming.
Brings up 4th down and 1.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And in for the Lions touchdown. Ben Mason, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. They do tack on the extra point as well. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
That's right, baby.
And can you believe this? A big mistake leads to a defensive touchdown. And they're a point away from tying this thing up. Important extra point up and through. And Parker, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These 2 teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. And this would have been in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
He's got McLaurin, and he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Here's Richardson off the play fake. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Trying to squeeze it in there at this stage of the game. You got to take some chances. Nice job to knock it away, though.
You're so right. Understanding where they are in the game, you got to take that opportunity and maybe thread the needle. Unable to get it done there.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. That catch good for only a couple. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. And he missed it. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And we will not see a return to start overtime. It'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now a first throw here in overtime. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, I Frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. Off play action. Simpson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
Here comes the Lions punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. Excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part 1 is done, now part 2.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
On 2nd down, it's Gibson. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 117 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
And it's 3rd down.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Richardson. Got an open man. Finds Gibson. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And some space here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Here's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Richardson. Got him in. It's Brown. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. A handoff for Gibson.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
Tackled there by Alex Anzalone.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Reyes. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll run with Gibson. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of